Who the fuck are you?
Okay.
And why should people care?
I'm Richard Burrell. Been a personal trainer for 8 years, based in Chiswick for 6 years, so since 2010.
Yeah.
Been in this game a long time. I'm an ex-reformed fat guy, even though I'm not in poster shape. But hey, I used to weigh 16 and a half stone.
Do you have a picture of what it used to look like?
Yeah.
Well, send it to me. I'm going to put it.
Okay. This is going to be humiliating, but all right.
It's all about honesty, authenticity.
Yeah. Okay. So I started out the industry as a fitness coach. Once I lost all my weight, I basically sort of did what you did. I actually quit my 9-to-5 job and actually entered the fitness industry. And then I've been working in London since, as I said, 2010. Yeah. Right now I'm a dad, so
that's recent.
Yeah, very recent. He's 4 months old, so I'm a very busy business owner and a very doting father. So it's kind of hard to keep the balance. So I have let myself go. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, no, it's.
Well, I think a lot of people can relate to that though. Like,
yeah,
you're a new dad, and what's going to take priority?
Oh, family.
You're not going to say, sorry, family. I'm gonna
go bench. I'm gonna go bench and squat. Screw going to the park.
I think, but look, if there's a thought we've had around doing a reverse transformation after my 8 weeks with Richard, where he's going to put me through some pretty grueling stuff. I'm going to have a revenge. Obviously, at the moment, being a young recent dad, that takes your priority. But stay tuned for the reverse transformation.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. It's called Revenge. The series will be called Revenge.
Yeah,
Taz's Revenge.
And I will have my revenge. It'll still be your, technically, you have the knowledge, right?
Oh yeah,
Isn't it a big difference between like having the knowledge, knowing what to do, and then actually doing it?
Oh yeah,
how realistic? Definitely. Like, what can you actually look like, and how fit can you be if your schedule is ridiculously busy from your perspective?
It's okay. It's down to a lot of factors. So genetics and like how you manage your time, and have you got time to get the right food in, the right food prep? Because a lot of people just eat on the go, and even if they're using like food tracking apps and all that, still getting like a cereal bar and stuff like that.
A lot of people just don't even know what's good and what's bad for them.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I had a client recently come to me and went, "Oh yeah, I get loads of protein. I eat KFC every Saturday." I'm like, "What? No, that's not good for you. That's the opposite of good. Come on." But yeah, I mean, it is attainable. It really is. It's just the biggest thing you have to take into consideration is you have to make time for it. I mean, literally no excuses. And I mean, I know, me saying I'm father, I'm not using that as an excuse. It's just a fact of life. But it's like yourself. I mean, you work like 16-hour days, and no matter what, you come down to the gym and you see me for your morning cardio session and then the weight session, without fail. Obviously, if you're away, going to different places for business, we have to adapt to that. I mean, and that's what a good trainer will do. We'll look at what you're currently going through and sort of say, okay, so we can't be as stringent as we want to be. I mean, you're not a professional athlete, you're not a fitness model. I mean, those guys can spend their lifetime in the gym and they'll be fine. But you have commitments, and
also I think fitness means different things to different people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think not everyone is as willing to put in the time and make the sacrifices that I personally am willing to do, because fitness to me, because I come from a sort of background of always having moved, and I've done it professionally when I used to be a performer, and but then that doesn't mean
Chippendale?
Sorry?
Chippendale.
Fitness to me again means something different than sort of the average person that just wants to stay fit. So, but I think what we talked about this, what we both have a problem with is the fitness industry at the moment, and how people are just kind of marketing.
Yeah.
They decide fitness means having
six-pack abs, being dry as hell, massive.
It's sending a false image, right?
Oh yeah, no.
So what's your take on the fitness industry?
It's all bullshit. It's absolute crap. I mean, I know some people that look nothing like the magazines, but they are really, really healthy. For all intents and purposes, you'd think they look fat, right? But they can run a 10K without getting out of breath. They can bench 150 kilos, they can squat over 200, they can deadlift over 200, and they can press like 100 kilos above their head. But for everyone, because everyone's being fed this image, like you have to look like this. You know, then you look at this person, you go, oh, I would never train with him. He looks awful. But that guy that looks out of shape has all the knowledge, and his just goals are different. I mean, he doesn't want to be shredded like 360. You know, all throughout the year. It's just, I'm just so fucking sick of it, because the only problem is, and I know this is probably going to go out on social media, so I'm not going to call anyone out because I don't want to get sued. But there are so many people on Instagram, on like magazine covers, and I can tell you for a fact that they've had extra help. Chemical wise, that doesn't take that. But that doesn't take away from the fact that they've had to work hard. But it's again, you're then telling someone, yeah, you can get to this point naturally because I did it naturally. Where secretly you didn't. I mean, put it this way: if you were paid to look good all the time, you have to be at a photo shoot. You know, your mortgage depended on it. You know, feeding your kids depended on it. You know, you're going to do anything it takes to stay in that shape and to stay,
that's fair enough, right? But when you're lying to people, you know, if like your life depends on you training, taking steroids, you know, spending every waking moment optimizing your regime, but then you're telling people, buy my sort of 2-week ab shred and do these 6-minute ab busters and buy my protein powder. You're lying to people.
Oh no, definitely, and that's what really
a lot of people actually let the industry lie to them. They get frustrated, and I guess like with 9 to 5 and Fit, all I've wanted to do is actually be honest about what it takes and share my.
I think that's why me and you actually sort of like really when we first met, we really hit it off, because you asked me a really basic question, which is, what do you think of the fitness industry like right now? And I think my words at the time were, it's fucked, because of obviously the reasons why I've said, and I mean there's loads of other things, like you're right, these people are basically selling something to their audiences and to the market, and sort of saying, yeah, you can achieve this too by doing 300 crunches a day and eating Weetabix. No, that's not how it works.
Sex sells.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not just in the fitness industry. I deal with a lot, of running social powerful, where it's all about just making money.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
And selling. People like to be lied to. They like the fucking the easy magic pill, Buy this pill and you'll like lose fat, but it's about like, how do you feel? What does fitness mean to you? What are you willing to? It's the lifestyle. Do you enjoy? Exactly. Do you enjoy? Like, I enjoy putting myself through difficult workouts, and I enjoy doing that to you. So yeah, I think over the next 8 weeks definitely, and then we've got some pretty exciting. Prospects of working together, collaborating. We can get you in shape. What was fitness mean to Richard Burrell?
I need to get my arse in
because I think a lot of there's that superficial. Like, I'll be honest, my knowledge has come from trying different things. From I'm doing the intermittent fasting thing, but I've tried the whole eating 5 meals a day, spacing those out to trying paleo to whatever. I've tried different things, and my feedback's based on my own experience. But you have a hell of a lot more knowledge. But then in some of the vlogs, people have kind of written to me, left me comments going, "Oh, I want to see Richard without a shirt," because
you know
what I mean.
Saying,
why are you getting trained by him? And that's just not how it is.
No, well, I mean, to put it this way, right? You can look amazing, right? And I mean, this is the thing, and you'll find this in the fitness industry especially. There could be a guy that looks like ripped as hell, jacked, brilliant. He has not a clue how to coach someone of different sort of like levels of fitness to actually get to their goal, and that's the big thing. And then you'll get someone, I mean, even people, and again, I'm not insulting anyone out there, but anyone that's even like, even bigger than me, sort of obese, like a overhang and whatnot, and they are like the world's best coaches. They're like Olympic gold medal sort of coaches and stuff like that, and they are like the most knowledgeable people in the world. But that's because their job is a coach. I mean, like, my transformation, I went from, as I said, being really, really fat, and then I was really stupidly skinny for a long time when I was working at a sporter. And then I actually got really, really fit, and I was really happy with myself. And then, fortunately, me and my wife got pregnant, but there was a few problems. So, you know, stress and everything else takes over. I mean, I still do my cardio, I still work out every day, but I know it's not enough. I know in myself it's not enough. And I mean, you know, someone like yourself will hold me to account, and I'm really happy for that, because we all need to kick up the arse. But again, my biggest message is, sometimes you look at these really, really, really super fit people, and they won't know shit. They really won't. Where like, you look at the guy that's been in the gym, maybe he's 40 years old, he's been in the gym, doesn't really look like he's in shape, but you look at his client profile and he trains like IFBB pros, and you know, that's what knowledge gets you. It's not about how you look, it's about what's up here. I mean, and even sometimes if you have it up here and you can't actually teach to someone, I mean, when I was taught to be a personal trainer and coach, you have to learn to explain stuff to someone that could possibly be a 6-year-old child. I mean, in my experience, I have actually worked with the mentally handicapped, with fitness-wise, and even loads of people with learning difficulties, even children, obese children, and you have to be able to break it down. I mean, sometimes in our sessions, like off camera, I will go deep into the science, and you'll just look at me and go, huh? It's like, okay, reel it back a little bit, let's get it simple. But again, I don't have any excuses. I mean, like, my son's here now, he's healthy, he's, you know, love him to bits, and you ask the question, you know, what does fitness mean to you? That's the biggest question. Well, fitness to me is to be able to play with my son when he's up and walking. Bear in mind, he's 4 months old, so not for a while yet, hopefully. You know, and be a good, be a positive male role model. And you know, I think, yeah, I do need to get my ass in gear, and I need to get in a better shape. But am I going to get massive? No. I don't want to be
about
like
that though for everyone, is it?
No.
For me, it's more about sort of the functional output.
Oh yeah, so you want to be able to do stuff with it.
Because I've always have.
Yeah.
Whether it was playing football or whether it was doing my acrobatics, it's like the movement element that does it for me. But a lot of people, they're just all about, you know, the looks, and often, yeah, the magic pill in the whatever quickest way. They just like take, you know, chemicals to look a certain way, and actually they hate the gym.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I've fallen in love with the process. You know what I mean? Like, I called you I was in Glasgow, and I couldn't, like, I was literally just in meetings or on the plane for the last 2 days, and I couldn't train. It was physically impossible, and you know, it wasn't like, oh great, I don't have to go to the gym. I hate that.
It was the opposite. You were like, you're having cabin fever, I need to get back to the gym.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Like, I like to be in that routine. Yeah. And I think anyone, you should start with, you know, yourself. What does fitness mean to you? And like all these girls, right? They'll be like, I want to look like her. Nah. But she's genetically completely different than you.
Yeah, we at a later date when we do another Q&A, we'll talk about pelvic tilt and actually what that does with the hips and the butt and all that, and then I'll explain sort of the.
Well, anyways, like things. This is Richard. This has been sort of his intro. Lots of exciting stuff coming. If you have any questions, how can they reach you?
They can reach me at the website's www.blitzthefat.co.uk. You can leave a little thing on there. Blitz Fitness on Facebook, and at Blitz the Fat UK on Twitter.
Cool. All right, I'll put all that in the description as well.
Sweet.
And if you have any questions for me, you know, by all means, like, I just want to create a community where people can ask each other questions, where it's open, transparent, authentic. And I'm excited for my journey for the next 8 weeks. It's not going to be easy. No. Behind the scenes in the vlog, we're going to be starting. We're going to be doing these training videos, so you guys can get a taste of sort of the kind of stuff that I'm going to do. It's going to change over the 8 weeks. Yep. But I just thought it'd be really good to get Richard to actually voice his opinion and his thoughts in a video that was outside of the gym.
Yeah. I know I'm podgy. I'm going to do something about it, folks.